My dad set the carving knife down hard, turkey grease splattering, then let out a mocking laugh and said, his voice cutting through the table, "Madison, when are you finally going to buy a car like your sister?" She burst out laughing, wine splashing from her glass. "Give her 20 years, maybe then." The room erupted laughter, finger guns, camera flashes lighting me up like I was the loser of the year. I shoved my chair back so hard it toppled, stormed past the tinsel, and kicked the front door open into the freezing night. The engine roared. One buzz before I peeled out. By midnight 58, missed calls lit up my phone like a bomb timer. "I'm Madison Carter, 28. That was the moment everything exploded. Before I tell you what came next, smash that like button. If your family's ever made you the punchline, drop A in the comments and tell me, have you ever walked out on your own blood? Your truth might save someone tonight. I drove home in silence, the heater blasting, but my hands still ice cold on the wheel. The Christmas lights blurred past, but my mind was already years back. Growing up in Charlotte, our house was the kind where the mailbox said the Carters, but the inside screamed dysfunction. My parents split when I was 12, messy divorce custody battles, the works. A year later, they remarried each other because, as Mom put it, it's cheaper than two houses. They never really fixed anything. Dad buried himself in his engineering job, Mom ran a small boutique downtown, and they both poured every extra dollar into my sister. She was the golden child from day one. Straight A student cheer captain, the one teachers called a natural leader. Me, I was the quiet kid sketching logos in notebooks, teaching myself Photoshop on a second-hand laptop. When college rolled around, my sister got full rides to every state school, but still demanded UNC Chapel Hill. Tuition $25,000 a year after scholarships. Dad looked at me one night over dinner and said, "We'll need your help, Madison. Family pulls together." I was 18, working part-time at a coffee shop. I co-signed the Parent Plus loan because refusing felt like betrayal. Monthly payments hit my account automatically, $400 wired out before I even paid rent. Then came the car. She totaled her high school Honda doing donuts in a parking lot. Instead of a used Civic, Mom insisted on a Lexus IS fully loaded pearl white. Reliable transport for a college girl, she said. The dealership wouldn't approve her a loan. Dad slid the papers across the kitchen table. "Just until she graduates." I signed. $680 a month, my name on the title. She wrecked the bumper twice in the first year. I covered the insurance hikes. Europe was next. Senior year, spring break, she announced a study abroad in Paris, really a influencer trip with her sorority sisters. Flights, hotels, shopping, $8,000 on my credit card. "I'll pay you back with my first big sponsorship," she promised. That card maxed out at 15% interest. I paid minimums while eating ramen, building my freelance portfolio on the side. Meanwhile, I scraped together community college credits, then online courses in graphic design. No parties, no trips. My first big client paid $3,000 for a logo suite. I used half to cover her overdraft after she forgot rent on her off-campus apartment. Dad called it investing in her future. Mom bragged to her boutique customers about my daughter, the world traveler. Me, I was the reliable one, the one who didn't need much. The pattern locked in. Every birthday, every holiday, the conversation circled back to her achievements. "Look at this acceptance letter. Did you see her new followers?" My freelance gigs grew. I landed a retainer with a local startup, pulled 12-hour days, but it never registered. At family dinners, Dad would pat my hand and say, "You're doing fine, kiddo," like fine was enough. Then Riley showed up. My cousin, Riley Thompson, 32, financial lawyer based in Atlanta. He crashed on our couch one Thanksgiving after a conference nearby. We stayed up late, spreadsheets open on my laptop. He scrolled through my bank statements, eyes widening. "Madison, do you realize you've funneled over 30 grand into this black hole?" I shrugged. "It's family." He leaned forward, voice low. "You're not family. You're the funding source. They'll bleed you dry and call it love. I laughed it off then. But his words stuck. Every time another payment cleared, every time she posted a filtered selfie from a trip I funded, Riley's warning echoed. The Europe photos hit hardest her in front of the Eiffel Tower caption, "Living my best life. Sick blessed." Comments flooded in goals queen. I refreshed the post, saw a mom's reply, "So proud of my baby girl." No tag for the sister who paid the bill. By 25, I'd built a solid freelance business corporate branding app, interfaces enough to move into a one-bedroom in Raleigh. My sister graduated, landed a social media coordinator gig that paid peanuts. She quit after 3 months to focus on content creation. The Lexus payments lagged. The bank called me first. I covered gaps, $1,200 here, $1,500 there. Dad texted, temporary setback. You understand. Riley called every few months. Still playing bank, I'd dodge, but the numbers didn't lie. My emergency fund drained. Retirement contributions paused. Vacation non-existent. Meanwhile, her follower count climbed. Sponsored posts trickled in, never enough to cover the lifestyle she'd grown addicted to. Last summer, she pitched the condo. Miami beachfront, perfect for shoots. We'll split profits when I flip it. Translation, I co-sign, she lives rent-free, I pay mortgage. Dad backed her. Real estate builds wealth. Madison, think long-term. The numbers, 1.8 million property, my share $600 a month. I signed again. Riley's last warning came over FaceTime. This isn't support, it's sabotage. One day you'll wake up broke and they'll still want more. I muted the call, stared at the co-sign docs glowing on my screen. Family right, but that Christmas question cracked something open. The next morning, I opened my laptop before coffee kicked in. Portfolio needed fresh work. I'd started freelancing seriously at 24, right after moving to Raleigh. No degree on the wall, just raw skills and hustle. My first gig came from a local brewery logo labels website mock-ups. They paid $2,500. I reinvested every cent into Adobe subscriptions and a better monitor. Word spread on Upwork. A tech startup in Durham hired me for app icons, $5,000 upfront. Deadlines crushed sleep, but invoices cleared. By 26, I had a retainer with a marketing agency. Monthly $3,000 wired steady. I pitched bigger full-brand overhauls for e-commerce sites. One client, an online fitness coach, doubled revenue after my rebrand. Referrals poured in. I built a site, MadisonCarterDesigns.com, testimonials glowing. Income hit 6 figures last year, mostly remote, pajamas optional. My sister Ava watched from afar. She'd quit her coordinator job chasing influencer dreams. TikToks and the Lexus reels from coffee shops. Followers climbed to 50,000, but sponsorships flopped. Brands wanted ROI. Her engagement tanked. Bills stacked, Lexus payments skipped, credit cards maxed. One Friday night, she FaceTimed from her apartment. Mads, I found the perfect investment. Screen shared a Miami condo listing, oceanfront, 2 bedrooms, balcony for days. Price tag $1.8 million. Content goldmine. I'll film there, flip it later. We split profits. Translation, she needed my credit. Dad jumped on the call. Real estate smart, Madison. Builds equity. Mom chimed in. Ava's vision is huge. Pressure built. I ran numbers, down payment covered by her savings, my old gifts, mortgage split. My share $600 a month. Bank approved me as co-signer. Her score wouldn't cut it alone. I signed digitally, telling myself it was the last time. Keys arrived 2 weeks later. Ava flew down first, posted stories, new studio vibes, tar Miami creator. Videos rolled out, morning routines on the balcony, outfit hauls in the living room. Views spiked temporarily. She stayed weeks at a time. Expenses on my card, groceries. Utilities ring, light upgrades. Payments auto-drafted from my account on the first. $600 gone before rent. I asked for her half once. Sponsors delayed, she texted. Another month, big collab incoming. Nothing came. Condo fees lagged. HOA emails hit my inbox. I covered shortfalls 200 here, 300 there. Freelance kept growing. I landed a corporate contract SaaS company rebrand 25,000 phased. Celebrated with takeout, then wired Ava's Gap. Agency promoted me to lead designer on their team, remote but steady. My portfolio thickened. Rates climbed. Ava's channel stalled. Algorithm shifts buried her. She pivoted to luxury lifestyle but couldn't afford props without the condo. Posts slowed. She crashed there full-time, now subletting her Charlotte place for extra cash that never reached the mortgage. I tracked everything in a private spreadsheet. Tabs for clients' income expenses. One column labeled Ava Investments. Numbers climbed. 48,000 total sunk. Freelance highs funded her lows. Jordan Patel, my coworker from the agency, noticed during a Zoom. "Your eyes look tired, Mads. Everything okay?" I vented lightly. He forwarded finance podcasts on boundaries. Ignored them. Ava called excited one evening. Booked a brand trip using the condo as base translation, more flights on my dime. I approved the charge, then stared at the ceiling. Clients praised my work. Startup CEO emailed, "Your decks closed our Series A. Bonus hit 5,000. Half went to condo insurance top-up after Ava forgot. The imbalance sharpened. My apartment stayed basic IKEA couch, no art. Her feed screamed luxury. Comments, living the dream. I scrolled, thumb pausing on a video shot in our kitchen. Riley texted, "Still co-signing dreams." I replied with screenshots. He fired back, "Exit strategy now." But family dinner invites kept coming. Ava's latest pitch, pool the condo for holiday rentals. More signatures needed. I dodged. Freelance pipeline burst. International client, London fintech, 15 grand for UI kit. Deposit cleared. I treated myself to noise-canceling headphones. First non-essential in years. Ava's missed payment triggered bank alert. I logged in, saw red. Called her. "Need your half tomorrow. Chill, sis. Payday soon." No payday existed. Spreadsheet stared back. Equity building, hers. Risk mine. Christmas loomed. Invites arrived. Carter family gathering, bring your success stories. The condo photos kept posting, but the bills kept landing in my name. Christmas Eve arrived, the Carter house decked in lights and forced cheer. I pulled up in my old sedan, gift bag in hand. Ava's new ride gleamed in the driveway, a upgraded Lexus SUV, blacked out rims, fresh off lease. She posed beside it for photos, flashing keys. Upgrade time, fam relatives swarmed, oohing over leather seats. Mom beamed. "My girl deserves the best." Dad nodded approval, slapping the hood. Dinner table buzzed. Plates piled high, conversations loud. Ava dominated sponsors, love the new whip, perfect for drive with me vids. Phones passed around her latest post. Dad turned to me mid-bite. "Madison, when will you get something like that?" Silence dropped for a beat. I set my fork down. Ava jumped in, eyes sparkling mean. "Give her 20 years. Laughter exploded. Uncle Mike choked on eggnog, cousins pointed, snapping pics. 20 years, classic. Mom wiped tears, giggling. Dad chuckled, shaking his head like it was harmless. Heat rose in my chest. No defense, no pivot. Just the punchline again. I pushed back from the table chair, legs screeching, grabbed my coat off the hook. Ava called after, awe, sensitive much. More laughs followed me to the door. Outside, snow flurried light. I slid into my car, engine turning over smooth. Backed out, slow headlights cutting the dark. No waves, goodbye. The drive to Raleigh stretched 2 hours. Radio off, mind racing. Ava's smirk replayed. Dad's question echoed. Family group chat already pinging, probably memes of my exit. I ignored it. Home at last, apartment quiet. Dropped keys on the counter, kicked off boots. Laptop waited on the desk. I powered it up, opened the encrypted folder, family debts. Spreadsheet loaded, columns neat. First tab, Lexus original. Payments logged monthly 680 each, gaps I filled. Total out 18,200. Next, Europe trip charges. Flights, hotels, extras 8,400 on my card. Interest accrued 2,000 more. Condo Miami tab glowed red. Mortgage draft 600 monthly since signing. HOA fees covered 1,800. Utilities repairs 3,500. Credit card top-ups for her content tools 4,000. Overdraft protections 2,100. Summary sell at bottom $48,000 exactly. Years of transfers one-sided. My freelance wins funneled straight there. No returns, no thanks. I scrolled slow, each line a reminder. Ava's channel metrics stagnant. Condo equity building in her name. My credit score dinged from inquiries. Phone vibrated on the table. Screen lit, Ava calling. Ignored. Dad next. Mom. Then unknown's relatives piling on. Spreadsheet stared back cold facts. 48,000. Emergency fund rebuilt twice, drained twice. Retirement goals delayed. Ava texted drama queen, much comeback. Deleted. I added a new column, date cutoff. Left blank for now. The laughter from dinner rang fake in memory. 20 years. Try never. Dad voicemail popped. Honey, just joking. Call back. Mom, don't ruin the holiday. Ava. Everyone's asking where you went. Embarrassing. Notifications stacked. I muted the thread. Back to the file. Filtered by year 2020 12,000. 2021 15,000. This year 21,000 already. Condo photos from Ava's feed loaded in another tab. Her lounging poolside caption, winter escape goals. Likes rolling in. My inbox held client praise, project delivered ahead, bonus incoming. 10,000 wired yesterday. Half earmarked for January mortgage. The imbalance hit hard. My portfolio site open beside debts, awards, case studies, revenue graphs up. Theirs, excuses down. Riley's old texts surfaced in search, numbers don't lie. I closed the condo tab. 48,000. Not investment, extraction. Phone buzzed again. Ava, video call. Declined. Spreadsheet exported to PDF, saved secure. Proof if needed. The night deepened outside. Snow melted on boots by the door. My cursor hovered over the summary, cell, finger steady on the mouse. I texted Riley the PDF attachment right then. His reply, on the next flight. He landed in Raleigh by midnight, duffel slung over shoulder. We hugged quick at arrivals. No small talk in the car, straight to my apartment. Laptops out on the kitchen island, coffee brewing strong. Riley scanned the spreadsheet fast. Condo Lexus cards, clean removal possible if primary can't qualify solo. He pulled templates from his firm drive. We draft removal requests. Banks hate drama. Facts win. We built the email together. Subject, formal request to remove cosigner from accounts. Body crisp, reference numbers, original agreements, material changes without consent. Attached proofs, IDs, statements, cosign docs. CC'd my personal banker for urgency. Riley leaned back. No emotion. Just law. I read aloud once, voice steady. Hit send at 2:03 a.m. Confirmation pinged instant. He crashed on the couch. I stared at the sent folder, chains loosening. Morning light filtered in. Phone on the counter exploded, 58 missed calls by 9. Ava led 25 attempts, voicemails stacking. First play, sobs cracking. How could you? The condo's my everything. Next, you're ruining my brand. Mom, Stephanie now in my contacts, raged next. Selfish. That property is family legacy. Fix it. Her shouts echoed tinny through speaker. Dad's calls spaced out softer. Madison, let's talk. No need for this. Pleading tone like always. Ava again. Sponsors pulling out because of stress. Your fault. Texts flooded between calls. Ava, come sign reversal papers. Dad, we're worried about you. Stephanie, ungrateful after all we gave. Riley sipped coffee, watching the screen. Expected panic. Hold line. I played one more voicemail. Ava, mid-rant. 20 years. Try never now static cut her off. Bank auto reply hit inbox request received. Processing initiated. Ava Group messaged relatives emergency Madison bailing on investments. I opened settings fingers moving deliberate. Ava blocked first number socials email. Stephanie next. Dad hesitated a second then gone. Group chat archived notifications off. Phone fell silent. Sudden peace. Riley nodded. Digital walls up. They'll escalate physical next. I refreshed bank portal. Status under review. Ava tried unknown numbers blocked on site. We mapped next steps. Refinance docs for them to sign a loan or default hits their credit. My liability paused pending. Riley printed copies filed neat. Evidence locked. Breakfast ignored adrenaline high. Dad emailed from work account call home. We can work this. Deleted unread. Ava Instagram story pinged before block blurred condo keys caption vague crisis. Silence held. Riley packed for return flight. You're free on paper soon. Stay strong. Hug at door he left. Phone stayed dark. I opened client briefs, focus shifting. Bank follow-up email primary borrower notified. 30-day clock starts. Ava's final text before block. You'll regret this. Regret none. The quiet lasted until the bank letters arrived days later. Official letters landed 2 days later, thick envelopes from Wells Fargo. I opened mine, first cosigner removal approved effective immediately. Ava's copy forwarded by the bank detailed demands refinance condo mortgage solo within 30 days or face acceleration. Same for the Lexus lease qualify alone or surrender. Her credit pulled mid-500s after misses. No lender touched it. She scrambled applications flying to online banks' credit unions. Rejections piled emails blunt insufficient income, high debt to income. Condo HOA sent default notice 90 days delinquent lien incoming. Without the balcony backdrop, her content dried up. Sponsors ghosted. One fitness brand emailed need consistent luxury aesthetic. Pausing collab. Views cratered from 10,000 to hundreds. Algorithm buried her. Lexus payments lapsed fully. Repo truck rolled up to the Charlotte house at dawn. Dad watched from the porch as tow hooks locked. Ava screamed from the driveway, phone recording futile. Video posted, thieves took my car. Comments roasted, pay your bills. Credit score plunged further, 480. Part-time gig at a boutique mall kiosk required clean report for register access. Manager called sorry policy. Can't keep you. Stephanie's boutique downtown felt the ripple. She'd co-signed Ava's business credit line for equipment ring lights cameras now maxed. Collectors called nonstop. Inventory sat unsold. Foot traffic down post-holidays. Bank threatened freeze on accounts. She listed the store on LoopNet prime location quick sale needed. Buyers lowballed. She accepted 40% under ask to cover the line. Closing rushed keys handed over in weeks. Dad's engineering salary stretched thin helped with utilities, but condo foreclosure loomed. Ava couch surfed with old sorority friends' gear in trash bags. Her channel demonetized too many strikes from rants. Last post storage unit tour caption defeated. Followers unfollowed in waves. Stephanie moved stock to a flea market booth weekends only profit slim. Boutique sign came down. Space leased to a vape shop. Ava applied for barista jobs. References checked gaps, explained away. One offer retracted after background flagged repos. Dad refinanced the family home to stall, but equity low. Mortgage jumped. Budget cracked. Condo keys surrendered to the bank auction scheduled. Ava retrieved personal items under supervision boxes labeled hasty. Stephanie's retirement cashed early penalties, ate 20% funneled to remaining debts. Ava's influencer manager dropped her brand safety issue. Dad cut overtime exhaustion showing. The 30-day clock ticked 0. Foreclosure filed. Doorbell cams caught their next move weeks later. A rental car screeched into my lot Saturday noon. Ava and Stephanie tumbled out, suitcases dragging. They hammered my door, fists pounding wood. Madison, open up, sign the reversal. Ava's voice cracked high. Stephanie joined. You're destroying us. Fix this now. I peeked through blinds. They waved printed bank letters, faces red. Pounding escalated. Neighbors' curtains twitched. Ava kicked the baseboard. Selfish. That condo's my career. I dialed non-emergency. Trespassers at my address refusing to leave. Stephanie spotted me. We flew here for you. Sirens neared quick. 2 officers approached, hands calm. Ladies, step back. This is private property. Ava argued. She owes us signatures. Officer checked IDs. No legal right here without invitation. Trespass warning issued, leave or cite. Stephanie huffed but grabbed bags. Ava filmed the cops' harassment. They retreated to the car, tires peeling out. That evening, Ava posted on Instagram. Story series, blurry door, photo caption, Little sister ruined Christmas and our future. Tagged 300 followers, relatives, old friends. Slides continued, family investments stolen. Poll who sides with blood, notifications exploded from mutuals. I stayed off AP. Jordan Patel messaged, screenshots Sunday morning. Heads up, Mads. This is wild. Attached Ava's grid post, photo of us kids filtered, sad. Betrayed by my own sis. Prayers needed, comments rolled. What happened, greedy much? He added, block her everywhere I viewed once, no reaction. Ava DM'd from burner. Take it down or lawyer up. Ignored. Relatives texted, unknown numbers. Talk to your mom. Deleted. Jordan forwarded more. Ava live, tears streaming. She cut us off cold, heartless. Viewers sent virtual gifts. Super chats asked details. I muted his chat too. Focus on work. Stephanie emailed from boutique account, police really come home. Ava tagged brands in replies. Lost everything thanks to jealousy. Jordan checked in again. PR nightmare for her? You good? No response needed. The post hit 10,000 views. Hashtags trended, small, family drama, betrayal. I archived old photos, profiles, private. Ava's follower count dipped, unfollow spree. Stephanie called building management, family emergency access. Denied. Jordan sent final clip, Ava packing flea market booth. This is what she did. I closed the app. Pressure peaked, then faded online. A year passed like a clean page turning. This morning, I woke up in my first studio apartment, 12th floor, downtown Raleigh, sunlight pouring through east-facing windows. I brewed my own coffee, no more, watching my money drain toward Charlotte. No more family debts file. No more $48,000 hanging over me like a sentence. Work, I'd just been promoted to senior designer at the agency, 30% raise, full-time remote. My biggest project, a rebrand for a London fintech startup, $50,000 delivered ahead of schedule. The year-end bonus covered the last of my credit card debt. I bought this apartment with my own income. No co-signers, no guarantors. The keys are mine, and no one can take them back. And them Ava's living with her ex-boyfriend on the outskirts of Charlotte, waiting tables full-time at a sports bar. She wiped her old content, her TikTok down to 3,000 followers. The few left only comment karma. Mom Stephanie moved back in with Grandma in Gastonia, selling flowers online through Facebook Marketplace. Her old boutique's a vape shop now, neon lights flickering where tulips once stood. Dad sold the Charlotte house, sold sign up for 3 weeks. He rents a 1-bedroom near his job, drives an aging sedan, no more overtime. He texted me once. You doing okay? I didn't reply. The last message from Ava came just before I blocked her for good. 20 years, huh? Listen to this. I smiled, then deleted it.